Welcome to Cosmic Mirror. We like to think we're special, the smartest, the most aware, the only ones who truly know ourselves. But is that really true? Take the mirror test. Out of the millions of species on Earth, only a tiny fraction has ever passed the mirror test, fewer than 0.01%. The test is simple. Place a mirror in front of an animal and see if it recognizes its own reflection. Humans pass it, but so do chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, elephants, dolphins, even magpies, tiny birds in black and white, and octopuses, creatures with alien minds. They solve problems, show curiosity, and even hints of self-recognition. Recognizing yourself in a reflection is not simple awareness. It suggests a higher level, the ability to see yourself as an individual, separate from the world around you. Ravens and crows, once dismissed as simple birds, show us something different. Not only do they pass the mirror test, they also craft tools. They plan ahead. They solve puzzles, step by step. Little engineers with feathers. And then, slime mold. No brain, no nerves, just a single organism. Yet it solves mazes, finds the shortest path, remembers patterns, proof that intelligence does not always need a brain. In Japan, scientists once mapped cities around Tokyo with oat flakes and let slime mold grow between them. The organism built a network almost identical to the Tokyo rail system, sometimes even more efficient than human engineers had designed. Life keeps holding up the mirror, in places we never expected. We often think of awareness as something that lives inside a single mind, but sometimes it emerges from the many, from the collective. In the world of bees, a single life is small, but together they become something extraordinary. Imagine, a bee's brain is no bigger than a sesame seed. Alone she is simple. But in the hive, thousands of minds weave together, forming a living network, a hive mind. Each bee is a single note. Together they create a symphony of purpose, swarming, building, deciding, as if the hive itself is thinking, in their dance and movement. A galaxy of intention spins into being. When a bee finds nectar, she returns home and dances, a language of waggles and turns. She tells her sisters where to go, how far, and how sweet the prize. All with movement. No words. The hive listens. Information flows, and the colony moves as one. When it's time to find a new home, scouts set out. Each returns, dancing for her chosen site, trying to persuade the others. The best places inspire the most passionate dances. Others check, compare, and sometimes gently nudge rivals aside. No single bee decides. But together, the hive chooses wisely. Through this dance of signals and stops, the colony finds consensus. A mind made of many, thinking as one. The wisdom of the hive is not commanded. It emerges, shimmering between thousands of tiny lives. This is not self-awareness in the mirror. It is intelligence that lives in the network. A reminder that consciousness can belong to the many, not just the one. The network itself becomes alive. A system acting as one. And so, we look for other networks, other minds woven from many threads. Here is another example. Beneath the soil lies mycelium, a vast fungal network. It connects trees, trades nutrients, warns and defends. Some call it the wood wide web. The largest living beings on Earth are not whales or redwoods, but fungal colonies stretching for miles and living for thousands of years. And fungi themselves hold a unique power. They break down cellulose, the walls of plants. Almost nothing else can. Without fungi, forests would never decay. Life itself would choke. The Great Barrier Reef, too, is both many and one. Billions of tiny polyps, together forming the largest living structure on Earth. An ecosystem behaving like a single organism. And even plants surprise us. The Mimosa pudica folds when touched. and experiments show it can learn to ignore harmless taps after repetition. A plant with memory. And then the jellyfish Turritopsis, the so-called immortal jellyfish. When threatened with death, it resets its cells, returning to youth. A cycle without end. If awareness exists in apes and elephants, in octopuses and birds, in slime molds and fungi, in plants and reefs, then maybe it exists everywhere. Materially, we already know we are the same. Every star, every planet, every person, all built from stardust. If matter is universal, why would consciousness be the exception? Maybe consciousness is not a human achievement, but a universal constant, like gravity, like light, like time itself. And physics may be whispering the same thing. In the double-slit experiment, particles behave like waves until they are observed. The act of measurement changes reality, as if awareness itself writes the script of the universe. Even government research once noted the possibility. A declassified CIA report, known as the Gateway Process, described the brain not as a closed machine, but as a lamp scattering faint energy. With training, that energy could be focused, like a laser. The report suggested that consciousness might connect to a deeper, holographic layer of reality. And modern physics echoes the idea, the holographic principle. One of our highest theories, rooted in string theory itself, suggests that everything we see emerges from information on a deeper surface of the universe. Not proof, not final answers, but another voice hinting that awareness and reality may be woven from the same fabric. So when we look in the mirror, we are not just seeing a human face, we are seeing the universe looking back at itself. Every eye, every mind, every network of life, a reflection, one fragment of a greater awareness, a hall of mirrors, with no beginning and no end. So the question is not whether we are alone. The question is, how many mirrors are there? And together, what greater self are they reflecting? This was Cosmic Mirror. No answers, only reflections. What do you see in this one? Comment, share, and let's keep gathering the pieces of the mirror together.